Welcome to the Ben Daniel Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. Whoa, buddy. Caitlin Clark returns to practice. Justine Pissot leaves the Las Vegas Aces. And in order to sign Justine Pissot, the Las Vegas Aces needed to cut somebody. Who was that somebody going to be? You guys were right. I was wrong. I thought she had a chance and she didn't. Chennedy Carter got waived by the Las Vegas Aces. Wow. Caitlin Clark back at practice. Justine Pissot to the Las Vegas Aces. Chennedy Carter gets waived. What is going on this fine Tuesday afternoon in the WNBA? Oh, and Stephanie White and Amber Cox are getting crushed for letting Justine Pissot walk. Choosing Damiris Dantas over Justine Pissot, Amber Cox, Stephanie White getting cooked. You love to see it. Let's get right into it, shall we? Like the video, hype the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. Caitlin Clark back in practice. The leg sleeve is gone. The shoes have returned. And Caitlin Clark announces today she is very hopeful to take part in tomorrow's game against the Los Angeles Sparks. Now, they got a back-to-back coming up. You got the Sparks on Wednesday. You got the Mercury on Thursday. If there's any of these games that Caitlin Clark should play, it's against the Sparks, a more finesse type of team, and not against the Mercury, a team that wants to put hands, elbows, and feet on Caitlin Clark. Sit her against the Mercury, let her play against the Sparks. She can heal up and get ready for the Aces. Capiche? Capiche. Nice to see Caitlin Clark back in practice. Whoa, buddy. If you guys ever watch Casino, you know what I'm talking. Chennedy Carter has been waived by the Las Vegas Aces. Rudy told me this. As soon as this happened, he was like, dude, this happened. I was like, oh, get the fuck out of here. Boom, checked. She's done. She's done. If she can't make it in Las Vegas with Asia and Becky, I don't think she can make it anywhere. She might have to go back to Mexico, drink a tequila and some margarita. Her time in the WNBA might have come to an end. But the Las Vegas Aces cut Chennedy Carter for, it was sketchy. She only played 12 minutes when they went up against the Fever earlier on Sunday. Why was she playing only 12 minutes? Why did Becky Hammond and Stephanie White hug each other and slap each other on the booty at the end of the game? Hey, don't worry. Chennedy Carter, we're waving her anyway. And we're going to take Justine Pissot off your hands. Wow. This is what Amber Cox had to say about Justine Pissot right after the draft. We wanted to lock Justine in, Cox said. She is a bit of a unicorn in that she led the SEC in three-point shooting, and she's 6'4". She still has some growth areas, as all rookies do coming into the league, but we really want to see what she can do as a part of this roster. What signing her now allows us to do is instead of putting her in a standard player contract, we get to the end of camp and waiving her, then you put her on the waiver wire for somebody else to pick her up. She is already with us, and so it gives us a bit more control over her destiny. She sure is a unicorn because we never see her play. And now she's headed to the Las Vegas Aces. When the Aces offer for Justine Pissot came in, the Fever did not match because, quote, just not having really the feeling that we had the ability to open up the roster spot, Stephanie White said. Indiana has no immediate plans to fill that developmental spot. Reach out to Deja Kelly now. Chloe Peterson. Keeping Justine Pissot would have likely meant waiving rookie forward Grace Van Slooten, Grace Van Hooten, Grace Van Tooten, Grace Van how you doing? Who cares? Here, I'll wave to Grace Van Slooten right now. Bye-bye. See, it's not hard. Or waving veteran Damiris Dantas. I'll wave to veteran Damiris Dantas right now. Bye-bye. You could have waved either of them. I wouldn't have lost an ounce of sleep. the two players that get the least minutes on the Fever roster. This is what White said on keeping them. First and foremost, they're great culture players, great culture teammates. They're going to be ready when their number is called. Damaris Dantes' number she's not been ready when her number's been called thus far this season. And if you ask Stephanie White what Grace Van Tooten, if you ask Stephanie White what her number is, Stephanie White wouldn't even know what Grace's number is. Grace is a young player who I think can really develop into a solid 4 in this league. Didi is a veteran who understands how to stay ready so she doesn't have to get ready, who we can play in certain lineups and certain matchups, who are going to give us great minutes in practice as well, and who are going to help continue to elevate and build and pour into our culture. Grace is a older style player. Back to the basket, 15 feet face up. Justine Pissot's a legit new era WNBA player. Stephanie White has no idea how to handle those. Example, Caitlin Clark. Stephanie White's got no idea how to handle the newer generation of players. That's why she brings in all of her old friends. Oopsie, did I say that out loud? Shout out to Millie. I'm Millie Rock on any block. Shout out to Millie. Okay, Chloe, let's play What the Fuck Are You Talking About? Please join in so. Dantes, who is a 21% usage player, 11% self-creation, shoots 63% less than average of the WNBA player at the line, shoots less than 3% average at the rim, shoots 4% less than the average WNBA player from three-point. That player, that one. But I think AP, baby, he's got to the bottom of it. Justine Pissot, so this means the Indiana Fever are about to pick a South Carolina, and guess what? The Sparks just waived one. Imagine they go out and get to Nia Latson. You might see me keel over in the middle of recording a video if that happens. Indiana Fever are getting wrecked. Hey, Amber and Steph. Oh, just putting on lipstick. That's it. That's it. Nothing to see here. This is fundamentally a risk-averse organization. They would rather keep Dantes, who is literally good at nothing, over an unknown but talented rookie. Yeah, Justine Pissot's loving life, getting out of there. Not signing Justine Pissot shows perfectly that the Indiana Fever is not a serious organization. Best wishes. Fuck Stephanie White and the Fever. The level of incompetence of this franchise is simply disgusting. Stephanie White is a failed DEI hire, and Amber Cox is simply a moron. No one with a brain keeps Dantes on the team. These women are trying to sabotage this franchise. Wow. Did she really say they decided based on a feeling? Sounds like Stephanie White is focused on culture rather than skill. Wow. AKA, they rather keep someone who barely plays at all in Dantes. You keep saying culture, but this is a business, and as front office, you have a job to do, last I checked, to win. Dantes played like a total of 10 minutes in the last 10 months. What a waste. Payback on Sunday if Pissot suits up. Free Caitlin, those idiots have no idea what they're doing. So Dantes, who can't run, can't shoot, can't defend, is better than a 6'4 sharpshooter stretch forward, perfect match for Cece, and a rookie Van Sluten. What the F is wrong with the Fever front office? When she starts balling out for the Aces, they will be crucified by all fans. Count yourself lucky, Justine. A lot of umming going on in this ramble. Stephanie White can't be serious. Dantes has been racking up fouls and missing shots this season. She was a better player in 2024 and has since regressed. She should have been waived. She should ask herself why the Aces front office looked at Justine Pissot in the first place. Sorry, CC, love you tremendously, but if you stay here, you deserve what you get. It's extremely apparent how incompetent the Fever is. Hope you can overcome all this, but I don't see how. Seeing this statement tells me all I need to know about how Stephanie White evaluates. Wow. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, hype the video, subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. What a Tuesday. It started out slow today. Started out slow, and then out of nowhere, took off like a rocket ship. Cece's back in practice. Nothing official for the game tomorrow, but she's back in practice. Chennedy Carter, cut. Her time in the WNBA might seem to have come to a close. And Justine Pissot headed to the Las Vegas Aces. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. See you next time, and as always, take it easy.